Who are some free agents that make sense for the Browns that you think? Some guys that you think they may be looking at that there's a possibility that they could bring in?
Yeah, I think Will Fuller makes a ton of sense. He has that chemistry with Deshaun Watson, and he had a really good 2020 season before signing with the Dolphins and not doing much there due to a few different reasons. But he makes a ton of sense just because, he gives you that field stretcher that they want on the outside, because neither Donovan Peoples-Jones nor Amari Cooper is really that burner. And Anthony Schwartz, isn't really ready to contribute at this point in his career, which is fine. He's a developmental player. But Fuller would give you that true deep threat on the outside. And I think that would really unlock the next level of this offense of, what it's supposed to be. Another guy that they could look at, on the defensive side is someone like Calais Campbell. We've had to deal with him in the AFC North for the past few years, getting up there in age, but he can still be a really effective player. Same thing with Akeem Hicks. I think he could be a really interesting add on the defensive line at one tech. They need a guy who's really, powerful and violent in there. So those two guys would make some sense. And then you have someone like, a Kareem Jackson to add some depth in that safety room since they let MJ Stewart go and they haven't brought back Ronnie Harrison yet. And then, there are some other linemen like, say Sheldon Richardson, that a return there would make some sense. Brandon Williams and Eddie Goldman, some more, one techs that could make an impact here. Because right now, the Browns have Tommy Togiai, Jordan Elliott, and Taven Bryan in that DT room. And really, you don't want to go into the season with any of those guys being your starter. So they need to definitely do some additions in that room. And the draft probably isn't the way to do it because it's not a great DT class. And that position tends to take a few years to make an impact anyways.